In film lore, movie moguls are nearly always pictured as tyrants, directors as dictators, producers as despots, so you'd think it'd be used to the notion of authoritarianism by now. But this era of political autocrats has me rattled, not least because it will inevitably result in a raft of strongman movies in a couple of years. Apparently, it has Jon Stewart rattled, too, at least judging from the speech he gave at the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts when he was presented with the 2022 Mark Twain Prize for American Humor. "Comedy doesn't change the world," he told the audience, "but it's a bellwether. We're the banana peel in the coal mine. When a society is under threat, comedians are the ones who get sent away first. It's just a reminder to people that democracy is under threat. Authoritarians are the threat to comedy, to art, to music, to thought, to poetry, to progress, to all those things." True enough, and it has me pondering how the arts have dealt with authoritarians through the years. In Shakespeare's day, you had to be a fool to speak truth to power. King Lear, for instance, mocked the king's decision to give away his kingdom to his daughters. Had been granted a dispensation to say what he wanted because no one took him seriously. He served at the pleasure of the crown. Offstage, of course, so did Elizabethan playwrights. The spiritual descendants of those playwrights now work in the film industry, and at least in Hollywood, they don't have to worry much about catering to tyrants, unless you count studio bosses. For the most part, depicting authoritarians as monsters is so axiomatic, it's become Hollywood's default position, whether absolute power is being wielded by Ian McDiarmid as a Sith Lord, by Donald Sutherland as a despot who stages Hunger Games, or by Meryl Streep as a fashion editor whose iron fist see. Casting a jaundiced eye on those who wield power has a long history in Hollywood, dating back at least to the 1930s when Charlie Chaplin caught a screening of the Nazi propaganda film Triumph of the Will. The film's effectiveness at portraying Adolf Hitler as almost godlike terrified most observers, but Chaplin reportedly cracked up at director Leni Riefenstahl's excesses. As his Little Tramp already had the toothbrush mustache, he figured two could play at this game, and in his satirical 1940 comedy, The Great Dictator, he mocked the German Fuhrer by speaking German accented gibberish as Adenoid Hynkel, a Fooey of Germania.